Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome to Passionately Intrigued Arts and More with Tracy. I have a garden hack that I discovered that I figured out yesterday, and I just wanted to share it with you because I think it's genius. Now, someone may have done this before, I don't know. But let me show you what I did. So in this container of soil were my turmeric that I planted on February 7th. Nothing. So I opened it up and went through the soil to see what was going on, and I didn't do something right. They didn't grow. But I want to use this soil again. I'm not going to throw it away, of course. I'm going to repurpose that, right? So I wanted to sift this soil to get all the debris and junk out. So I took one of these onion bags. It's a 3-pound onion bag, and I have this bucket. I don't know what was previously in here, but it's about a 2-gallon bucket. Repurpose, right? And so I think this is stretched big enough to go onto, a regular bucket, but you need something wide. Let's see how wide this opens up. I don't know if that'll go on. It might go over a regular bucket. Not sure. So anywho, so I turned it kind of like inside out to pull some of the mesh down and pulled it over this bucket, stretching it out and pulling it all the way down. And the purpose of pulling it all the way down, now you can put a rubber band on here if you want to, but then you have to keep taking it off. So I'm pulling it down past the bottom of the bucket. I know I'm kind of far away. So that it just stays in here. And so I have a little pocket right here. And what I did was take this soil, place it in here, in this sieve, in this mesh material with this bucket, and just shake it. Shake it, or I can lift up on this and shake it to get all the fine soil down into this bucket, and then it leaves the big particles in the sieve. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Let's do some more. So I just keep pulling that down because the weight of the debris will stretch and pull down on the sieve inside here. It's easy, it's convenient, it's small, for your indoor. You can use it outdoors also, but, for your indoor gardening. Okay. Shake it around. I lift up on it and shake it some more to get all the fine particles out, and it even lets out most of the perlite. And so you can take this off at any point and shake it like this to get the rest of it out. You want all your good stuff to come out. Like that. And then look. All this stuff is in here. Still some fine particles. Shake and bake, shake and bake, shake and bake. And then you can take this. I'm going to put it in my soil outside. It's not going to waste. And so I just hold on to the bottom of it like so. Open this up around my hand. And I have another little container here. And I just drop it in there. all that stuff out of there. Then I can put this back in here, stretch it again, repurpose, baby, repurpose. So we're repurposing the soil, we're repurposing this onion mesh, and this is a repurposed bucket. And this will be repurposed, this debris, into the garden. Okay, got that set up again. Scoop up some of your soil. It's a little process, but it works. And I like the idea of it. Scoop it up. Shake it up, shake it through there. Shake it for the most part, you know, until you get out as much as you can. And I lift on it to move it around. Or you can, you know, use your hand. Let's pull that down again because the weight is pushing the mesh into the bucket. Let's pull that down again. That's why I said you could use a rubber band, but you have to keep adjusting it. So I'm not going to use a rubber band. And so, you know, you can take your hands like this and get that fine soil out. And then we have the debris on top. So I'm just going to keep doing this until I get all this cleaned out. Just to show you, I think this is a great idea. You know, if you have the time, if you feel like fooling around like this, and if you want to save your soil and you want all the gook out, all the big particles. If not, just reuse it as is. Or toss it away or whatever you guys do. But I know for the most part, we reuse our soil. And a lot of us sift the soil. Got the hands in the dirt and we sift in the soil. How about that, Stacy and Mona? Let's see. Let's get all that. Waste not, want not. Frugal, I am. Economical, I am. I'm going to get all that. And when I tell you all, I truly mean all. Okay? So that's the last of that, because I'm going to wash this out and reuse this to start more seedlings. Alright, let's get this cleaned out. Shake it, let's shake it to get most of it out. And then run it around like that with your hand. Get those fine particles down into the bucket. And then I'm going to take this off. See what kind of debris we got here, what big particles are going on. And look at that. But I'm still going to shake it a little bit, see what else comes out. Okay? Take this debris or repurposed soil particles and dump them into my little container here. Because it even has, you know, the tissue paper that I put on the bottom, because this has holes in it, so I cover with tissue paper, and that's biodegradable. So I am done. Got a can full of stuff that I'm going to throw out in the compost, or either just out in the soil of one of my gardens. And look at this fine soil. Look how fine that is. Pour that in there, and I have all this soil to use to start some seedlings. How about that? Thank you for watching. Tell me what you think. Are you going to try it? It's real simple and convenient, and it works. Love you guys. Peace out. Totals. We'll see you soon. Grow with me so that I can grow with you. Okay?